Hey everyone, it's Ogbajudge.
And Maras.
And welcome back to the Rune Factory playthrough. So in this part, I decided basically I'm going to actually show off the morning routine this time, for two reasons. Number one, I realised I hadn't actually shown it off yet, and I thought, well, you know, you should probably just see what that involves. And the second reason is that you actually wanted some time to just talk about random things about the game rather than having to talk about everything that's on screen all the time.
Yes, that is correct. So what are you growing on the farm right now?
Right now on the actual farm, it's strawberries. Only 3 blocks of strawberries because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to water any more than I do have to. I mean, obviously most of my income isn't going to come from that. Most of your income from this game is going to come from the gems that you mine, but you get a little bit of income from stuff you grow on your farm, and it is primarily a farming game, so I do like to do some farming.
Yeah, you're kind of supposed to farm.
So yeah, I do upkeep my farm a little bit. I wanted to ask actually, this is something I asked back when we first did a recording for part 1, and then I kind of scrapped it and restarted again, but how did you exactly come across the Rune Factory series? Exactly. Because as we said before, this is your game, but that I'm borrowing, but you certainly found the series.
Yeah, well, it was through the actual Harvest Moon games. Like when I was younger, I used to have the older Harvest Moon games on an emulator on the computer, and I liked them very much. Obviously, they were just the farming, and I think they had the dating option.
Yeah, I think Harvest Moon has had dating and marriage since the beginning, so...
Yeah, but I sort of just...
Didn't bother.
Just did the farming.
So, how did that lead to Rune Factory exactly?
I don't exactly remember. I mean, I think I was feeling nostalgic and figured I'd check out what the newer Harvest Moons on the DS are like. I think it was around the time the Twin Towns, or whatever that was called. But while I was researching online, I really didn't like the look of the modern Harvest Moon games. And then I found Rune Factory, because obviously it's Harvest Moon fantasy or whatever. Yeah. The second title. And I thought, oh, what? And when I saw the artwork, I was like, oh yes, cute anime. Cute monsters.
Yes, that is something that I like about this game, that you fill up your stables, or monster huts as they call them in this game. You fill them up with the animals, the monsters, that you find in the dungeons, rather than just with standard animals, like cows or whatever. I mean, to be fair, in terms of cows, it's that there is a monster that looks exactly like a cow. You know,
there's a sheep monster and a giant chicken monster.
Yeah, and the bees can give you honey as well.
Yeah.
That's not something that's in old Harvest Moon, I don't think.
I don't think. I think Harvest Moon only had cow, chicken, dog or cat, and horse.
They must have had sheep, surely.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, maybe not the original Harvest Moon, but the Harvest Moon games in general almost certainly by this point have them. I mean, they have all sorts of things like alpacas and stuff now, I think, so they're a bit ridiculous. But I don't know if you can keep bees. I don't know.
No, I don't ever remember seeing bees in Harvest Moon.
Speaking of Harvest Moon, you actually wanted to say something while I'm watering all these plants. You said you had something to say about watering plants in Harvest Moon.
So in the... I really don't remember which Harvest Moon it was that I used to play on the emulator, but obviously you had the 3x3 grid of land that the seeds went into. But once you had watered the seeds enough to make the plants grow, you actually couldn't walk through the plants. So it was impossible to water the middle one. Like you could water the edges, but there was no way to get to the middle one. So either you had to leave that unwatered, or what I used to do, I had like a piece missing from the 3x3 grid, so that I could walk to the middle bit. Obviously I would only get eight things, but it looked so much better than having Having baby plants in the middle of otherwise bigger plants.
That's strange. Could you not upgrade the watering can? Because in this game, spoiler alert, you can upgrade your watering can and you can cover bigger areas. Could you not upgrade the watering can to cover a 3x3 area then?
If you could, I never got that far because was like I was like 13 or so, and I didn't really speak English that well. So if there was like a character saying, "Oh, you should upgrade your watering can," I wouldn't have understood.
Okay then. I always found this bit in this cave a little bit silly, where you have to actually break a rock or two to get into the next room. I don't know. It only happens that one time in this one cave. It feels like it's just like a mistake. Someone put a rock in the wrong place, and so you have to break it to get into this particular room. But at the same time, this room is such a huge farming area. I don't know. Maybe it's just like this is your reward for being able to break through the rock or something.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, you can break those rocks with just a normal hammer, can't you?
Yes, it takes 2 hits, but you can do it. But I guess it's oh, so you have the hammer. Because obviously getting the hammer is, well, it's not a process, but it's certainly not super obvious. It's not like the mayor gives you the hammer when you get the cave pass or anything like that. So maybe that's just your little reward for, getting the hammer.
Yeah, just a little thing.
Yep.
I always find the tools funny when you're holding them. They are massive, just the hammer especially.
Yeah, the hammer's pretty huge. Then again, it's got some pretty large rocks to break in one go. I do wonder how large things like the fruit and the gems are in this game, because I mean, when you pick a strawberry from the strawberry plants, it's the size of your head. It's an absolutely massive strawberry, and it can't be that large, really. I mean, I suspect the same sort of scaling, I suppose, artistic license is going on with the tools as well. Yeah, looking at it from this angle, the axe is pretty massive.
Yep.
The watering can seems to be, if I recall, a sane size.
Yeah,
at least.
It's
normal
reasonable.
size. Just a few more stumps in here to go. Again, it takes forever to get enough wood to upgrade your house.
It does. It really does.
I think by the end of, if not this video is the first of a batch of 3 that we're doing all at once here. By the end of this batch of 3, I have nearly 1,000 wood.
Oh.
So, that's something to look forward to.
Yep. And obviously, once you manage to upgrade the house, you still need wood for the monster hats, don't you?
Yes, but you only need it, I think I can't remember if it's something really low, like 30, or if it's just reasonably low, like 100. But
I think it was something like 400, maybe?
No, I don't think it was that high. Maybe it was 400 gold that you had to give him. I don't remember. But anyway, this room I'm just popping into just for one reason, and it's the little sheep monster. This is where you find them. This is the only place in the game you can find those little sheep monsters. So, if you want a sheep, and I will be getting a couple of sheep actually. If you want one, then that's where to find them.
What were they called? Woolies or something?
Woolly, yeah, that's right. Even though they're not woolly mammoths, they're sheep, but they're called woolies. All the monsters, well, many of the monsters have really sort of... Excuse me. I'll edit this out. Oh, sorry about that. Had to cough there, so I'll edit that out. But yeah, a lot of the monsters have sort of completely unlocalized Japanese names. They've just been sort of written into the English alphabet. And cut off as well because of character limits.
Yeah. Very lazy.
We'll be seeing that. I think the water monsters that we get, that we'll be getting, I should say, will have that particular issue. I think. Selling things. So that's basically daily chores for the day. Is go around the farm, water anything else in other caves, and I guess try and get wood is at the moment the task of the day.
Yeah, the actual challenge of the game.
Yeah, 669 wood. That's what I'm at right now. I just happened to notice. Also got quite a bit of money. And this is something I was going to show earlier, and then I edited out because it was in the middle of just a section I was editing out. This is the magic books in the library. They're fairly expensive and pretty useless, as I said before. Basically, it's sort of one square at a time. As you defeat dungeons, each new square becomes available, and you get more magic books from there. But really, make those the last thing you buy, because they're useless.
Yeah, weapons, swords and stuff just work better.
Yeah. You can hit harder with them and they cost far less RP. The noises he makes. Yeah. Well,
voice acting.
I'm pretty sure we discussed this before, but do you remember how old the character's supposed to be? I think he's supposed to be something along the lines of 17.
Oh, I don't remember. Like, at all.
Hello.
I'm going to call him 18 just for the sake of, you get married and so on in this game. So, for the sake of sanity, I guess.
Yeah.
He's 18 years old now. That's canon. I wish I could see this doctor. He has a cure for the common cold, this doctor. Which is remarkable, and I wish I had one right now, because you can probably hear I've got a bit of a stuffed up nose, and I had to cough earlier, so...
And if you don't have enough money, he'd cure you for free.
Yes. Yes. It's a very nice doctor. That was me pausing to open the map of this cave. Which is why the music skipped there. I skipped out the long pause there.
Yeah. I quite like the music in this cave.
It's certainly got a beat to it. You can boogie with this music.
Yes. Better than the spring farm music.
Although I'm hearing this music a lot more than the spring farm music. I don't even know what half of these monster generators even output, because, one of them in the two... Well, no, one of them in one of those rooms back there, I can't remember ever even seeing what it actually produces, because if I'm going to that room, I'm either walking straight past it for whatever reason, or I'm just walking in there and defeating the machine straight away.
Yeah, I recall most of them just... Like, the majority of the machines produce some sort of goblin monster. Archers or goblin kings or whatever they're called.
And there's little goblin wizards in this dungeon as well, so... the next room up, which I think you'll see, actually, this particular room has the water monsters. There's one.
Ooh.
He can heal himself. And he can also hit you with a beam attack, which has a surprising hitbox. You notice I got hit there, even though I clearly didn't touch the beam whatsoever. So I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. There's a reason I'm taking out all these machines, by the way. I'm not going to be clearing the dungeon this time around, but, well, you'll see soon enough. I just thought it best to show where they all are, for the first time around doing this. Oh yeah, those devil guys come out of 2 or 3 of the machines.
That's true.
And yes, they are devils. You even get an item called something like Devil's Blood from them, which you need for a few weapons, actually, so we'll be getting some of that later.
I find funny that you can tame these, like, demons and Goblin King. That's definitely the funniest one. You can just pet a Goblin King and he'll start loving you, and you can daily go pet him in your stable and you get his hearts up, his affection up.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
So that door back there, you might have noticed, locked door. He said it's possibly something to do with the machines. I very deliberately forgot to go get a machine so I could show off that the door is locked. And it's this machine, so just get rid of that, and now we can go through the door. As I said, not to finish the dungeon, just there's a second floor of this dungeon, and you basically have to get rid of all the machines on this floor to open up the gate here, and then go downstairs. And there's a nearly invisible save point. It's on the map, and I was just like, there's no save point there. Oh, there it is! It's, it's quite hard to see yellow on white there, but it's there. So yeah, there's quite a bit of farmland in this sort of I was going to say underground area, but that doesn't really work because we're in a cave already. This second floor. So I guess that's what we're going to be spending the rest of this part doing, is just chopping wood in here.
Yep. Lots of wood.
Yeah, lots of wood. I was going to say something, I've forgotten. That's what I was going to say. There is another door in this dungeon, and we'll be seeing it a little bit later. That one opens straight away for me. I suspect it has the same condition as this door here. Now, once you've gotten this door here open once, you don't need to go ahead and actually kill all the machines again. Once you've opened it once, it will just open for you anytime. So you don't have to kill all the machines in the dungeon every time you want to go to the second floor, which is a relief.
Would be a bit of pain.
Yeah.
I don't think the Harvest Moon game I played had any sort of caves. I wonder if they were introduced later in the series, or if it's just a Rune Factory thing.
I think it's just a Rune Factory thing, because I don't know what you do with a cave in Harvest Moon. Because the point of caves in Rune Factory is really sort of, A, give you a little bit more farming space, but really, B, sort of serve the monsters part of the mechanics.
You had there was a forest where you could do the item picking, and I think you had wood growing there too, which I guess serves the non-monster parts of a cave.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that would you be able to tame animals from the forest, or would you just buy them in, like buying a chicken?
You would buy them.
Yeah. So that's that part of the game covered.
Yeah.
And there's no animals in Harvest Moon that will do your farm work for you. None that will water the farm or whatever, because obviously that's the whole point of the game. Unlike this game where it's only sort of half the point.
Yeah.
So this machine, it produces wolves. Yes, you can tame wolves. That one kind of makes sense actually, that you can tame wolves.
Can you ride the wolves? I know you can ride the ants, maybe.
I don't know for sure. I don't think you can ride the ants, because I don't think any of the animals can serve more than one function, sort of outside of just general battling. So the ants are for picking crops, not for riding. But the wolves you could probably ride. I know that there's.
I recall riding being a thing. So.
Yeah, I know there's a bull monster later. I commented on the cow monster. There's also a bull monster later that you can ride on. So.
Yes.
But that's certainly not the only one. So. Yeah, riding is another thing you can do with your animals. It serves about as little purpose as the combat monsters. And so that brings us to the end of this part. So thanks for watching, everyone, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Big yawn.